Good morning. My name's Dana, and for the next hour I'm going to do a more vigorous flow, focusing on folding forward and twisting. So I hope you enjoy. Remember that everything that I do in class today is a suggestion for you. You don't have to do any of it. Modify as needed. I want to make sure that you're mindful of where you are today in your body. The body that you brought in today to the class is not the body from yesterday, and so we need to be aware of how we are feeling. Whether we're, we might have an owie today that we didn't have yesterday. So honor yourself. Treat yourself well. Don't push it, but enjoy. Be mindful of where your breath is so that can let you know whether you're over-efforting. We effort to get into a pose sometimes, but that's always, it's sort of a sense of a mindful efforting. You don't just strain to get someplace, and that's where you get hurt. And we don't want you to be hurt. We want you to be well, to feel a great sense of well-being in your breath because it's calm, in a stretch because it takes on the connotation of being slightly delicious, or more than slightly delicious, and it's just practicing because you are aware of where you are, gives you joy. Because you're celebrating where you are right now, meaning that you're aware of where you are. And when you're aware of where you are, that's joy, because you're living in the moment. You're really experiencing the moment now. So as we go through our asana practice, find joy by being honest with where you are and experiencing that moment. Okay? So comfortable seat. If you need a block, have a block handy. If you'd like to take some time to go get your block, or if you don't have blocks, use a book. I will give you modifications as we go along. But join me. Join me in finding joy through each of the postures and in between the postures that we do together today. All right? So close your eyes, lengthen the back of the neck. Yes, smile. I love yoga. Oh my goodness. Rooting down, lifting up. Chest is broad. You send the breath through your body. Just feel where you might be holding tension and send the breath there. Just exhale that tension away, wherever it is. Maybe it's this right side body. Maybe it's the hip flexor. Just exhale. Let that melt into the mat. Let it go. Think of joy today during your practice. Sense of joy and levity. Feeling the breath move in through the softened nostrils, through the softened throat. Feeling the ribs expand as the lungs fill with air, belly with air. Stretching intercostal muscles between the ribs. And as you exhale, keep that expansiveness, but just let the breath travel out with ease through the softened throat, through the softened nostrils. Back of the neck is long. Shoulders are relaxed. And go ahead, rub your hands together. On the backs of the hands. And then place your hands on your face. covering your eyes. And then open your eyes. Bring your hands down. Good morning. Bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to Om 3 times together. So when you Om, just feel, as I've mentioned before, imagine that bee inside your chest. Just humming along, trying to touch all of the ribs all the way down and eventually all the way up. Okay? So we're going to inhale to Om. So exhale. Inhale. Release your head down. If you have an intention for this morning's practice, you can set it now. If you'd like to dedicate your practice to somebody, you can hold them in your heart. And release your hands to your thighs, palms face up. Good morning. So as I said earlier, we're going to focus on twisting and folding forward in a more vigorous practice. So let's uncross our legs and let's just go ahead and cross one leg over the other and rotate through an ankle. Just hand on the foot and stir that ankle around. Stir the ankle in the other direction. And go ahead and switch sides. So circle that ankle. Circle the ankle in the other direction. All right, we're going to come into our table position. So fingers are spread, toes are tucked under. Pressing the hands down and forward. Shoulders are over the wrists, knees underneath the hips. As you exhale, curve and round, take the spine up to the sky. And inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. As you exhale, curving and rounding, spine up to the sky. And inhaling. One more time, exhaling. And inhaling. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder, right hip forward. And inhale through center. As you exhale, left shoulder, left hip together. Inhale through center. As you exhale, curve and round. Take the spine up to the sky again. Keep that curve through the spine to take your hips back to your heels. Press the hands down and forward. And maybe draw, tiger claw the mat. And draw those fingers towards you as you keep the curve through the spine. Drawing the sacrum forward and the pubic bone up toward the belly button. Really waking up that lower back. And then palms land, inhale up through your table. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder, left hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, right shoulder, right hip together. Inhale through center. We're going to go ahead and extend the left leg long. Left toes are tucked under. Lifting the quad up through the hamstring. Reaching the heel back. Sacrum's moving toward the back of your mat, as are your shoulders. And then reach the right fingertips forward, palm faces in, and lift the left leg off the ground. Energy through the heels, so you've got a long line of energy from the tips of the fingers out through the heel, and the moon of the big toe and the moon of the baby toe. As you exhale, you're going to curve it around and bring the knee and elbow together. And then inhale, extend, and exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend, exhale. Maybe bring the elbow to the outer side of the leg. Inhale, extend, exhaling, and inhaling. Exhaling for 5. Inhaling. 4. Inhaling. 3. Inhaling. 2. Inhaling. 1. Inhaling. Bend the knee, reach around, grab for the foot, and lift the knee up, opening up the chest, opening up the shoulder, reaching the sacrum toward the mat behind you. Good. Hand lands, knee lands. We're going to move to the second side. So extend the right leg long, reach out through the heel, left fingertips forward, reach that leg up, hugging the quad up through the hamstring, legs parallel, feeling the energy from the tips of the fingers to that heel. And as you exhale, knee to the outer, or elbow to the outer knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bend the knee, reach for the foot, and lift the knee up. Opening up that left shoulder. Drawing the knee high, pushing the foot into the hand, pulling on that foot. And then hand lands, knee lands. Take your knees a little wider, hands forward, and circle the hips. Good. Enjoy getting the muck out of those hips. And then change direction of those big circles. Good. And we're going to go ahead and come into this position. So knee is bent, hand is in line with the knee, the toes are in line with the back arch. To make this a little bit easier, you can bring the foot back a little bit so that you have more like 3 points as opposed to being on a balance beam. Up to you. But what we're going to do is we're going to draw back with the bowstring, opening up the chest, reaching the fingers up to the sky. You're going to look down, and then you're going to lift that upper leg off the ground. You're going to take that opposite arm overhead. And now you're going to bring the knee and elbow together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Plant the hands, sweep that leg behind you. You have to move forward. Sweep that leg behind you. Open up the chest. And then drop the hips to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back, bring that knee in, coming back through your table. Exhale, curve and round spine up to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder, right hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, switching sides. Inhale through center. I'm going to turn to my other side of my mat so that I can face you. And we'll move to the second side. So heel arch alignment. If that's too difficult, bring the foot back. And I'll let you prepare for the next thing. And draw back on the bowstring. Hand up to the sky. Stacking the hips. Interstay can be up at the hand that's in the sky. Opening the chest up. Stacking those hips. And then look down. Trust yourself. Moving from the belly, lift that leg up. And then reach the arm overhead. And as you exhale, knee and elbow together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand lands, sweep that leg behind you. Open up the chest. Whoops. And drop it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back into your table position. Exhale, curving around, spine up to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder, left hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, right shoulder, right hip together. Inhale through center. So from here, go ahead and sweep the left foot forward. Walk the right leg back. And come onto the top of the back foot. Drop the hips down. And feel this delicious stretch. Through probably the back quad. Could be the forward hamstring. You can bring your hands onto your thigh. But as you bring the body up, draw the sacrum down and feel that you're bringing your shoulders over your hips. But you're lifting up off the hip girdles. There's no compression through the lower back. And then bring the arms up. Draw the shoulders down. And then bring your hands to your heart center. And actually, yeah, we'll do it this way. So bring the elbow onto the thigh and lift the chest up. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Trying to bring those right ribs closer to the inner left thigh. As you twist, open. Good, bring those hands up. And then as you exhale, plant the right hand underneath the right shoulder, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee off the ground, and draw back on the bowstring. Try to bring the right ribs closer to the inner left thigh, tweezing them together, energy through that right heel as you lengthen that right back leg. And now drop the knee to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring the hand down, step back to your table. Exhale, curving around, spine up to the sky. Inhale, belly drops, head, tail, and shoulders come up. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder, left hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, right shoulder, right hip together. Inhale through center. We're going to switch sides. Keep myself back this way. And sweep now the right foot forward. Drop the hips down. Feel that stretch as the hips drop and the groins move away from each other. And you can place your hand on your thigh. Drop the hips down even more. Chest is nice and broad. And again, the sacrum's dropping down so that while you're here, you're not feeling any compression through the lower back.
And then inhale, take the arms up. Looking up, drawing the shoulders down. Feeling a long line of energy from the knee all the way up to the tips of the fingers. And then bring your hands to your heart center in a twist toward the bent knee. Bringing the ribs closer to the inner thigh and the inner thigh closer to the knees. Elbows are stacked, palms are parallel to the ground. Good, tuck those back toes under. Lift the back knee off the ground. Good. Bring the back knee down. Bring the arms up. And you're going to place the left hand down underneath the left shoulder. Draw back on the bowstring. Lift the back knee off the ground. Energy through that back heel. Trying to bring the left ribs closer to the inner right thigh. Inner right thigh. And then drop the knee to the ground for 5. And up. 4. And up. 3. And up. 2. And up. 1. And up. Plant the hand, step it back to your dog, and walk your dog. Alternating one hip up, opposite leg bent. Again, getting into the muck of the hips. Good. From here, we're going to inhale forward into our plank. From our plank, the Vashisthasana roll, simple, just stack one foot in front of the other, not on top, but just in front. Draw back on the bowstring. And then reach the arm overhead. And bring that arm up, bring it down, rolling over to the other side, drawing back on the bowstring, reach the arm overhead, open the chest up, take the arm up, bring it down, pressing back to your dog. From your dog, look forward and walk your hands in between, or your feet in between the hands. Inhaling, halfway lift, Ardha, Uttanasana. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Inhaling, Ardha. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Again, inhaling, Ardha. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Shake the head in the no direction and in the yes direction. Good. Bend the knees and roll up, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Good. So now we're in our mountain pose. Rooting down through the feet. Lifting off the hip girdle, broadening the chest, drawing the sacrum forward and quads back. We're going to inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, folding forward. Uttanasana. Inhaling, Ardha. Exhaling, Uttanasana. We're going to do a couple half salutations. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms can touch, slight back bending. And exhaling, folding forward. Uttanasana. Inhaling, Ardha. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms touch. Back bending. As you're back bending, root the sacrum down as you arch the body back. Exhaling, folding forward. Uttanasana. Inhaling, Ardha. As you exhale, go ahead and step the right leg back. Drop the hips down and inhale, take the arms up into your crescent lunge. So in your crescent lunge, knee is over the forward ankle, energy through that back heel, so you're trying to lengthen the back leg as much as you can. Inhale, take the arms up like I said. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. You're going to twist toward the forward thigh. And you're going to drop your bodies down, and then you're going to lift the trunk up. And you're going to drop it down, and lift it up, and drop it down, and lift it up, and drop it down, and lift it up, and drop it down, and lift it up. Good, keep it up this time. And if you'd like to change your arm motion, go ahead, place one hand down and draw back on the bowstring, raising the opposite arm. Good, from here look down, place that top hand on your side body. You're going to tiptoe forward into your half moon and back up a little bit. So your revolved half moon, the right leg is reaching back. Draw back on the bowstring. So we've got some extension, we've got some twisting going on. It's a beautiful world. And then bring that hand down, step back to your dog. Inhale forward into your plank. From your plank, some pelvic crunches for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees down. Exhale, cat bow. Drop it all the way down. Roll the shoulders back. Oh, a delicious cobra. Exhaling down, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, press up through your table, and back to your dog. Feel free to walk your dog before we go to the second side. And back into your regular dog, holding it, pressing the hands down and forward. Shoulders to the outer side body, hips up to the sky, heels to the ground. We're now going to sweep the right foot forward, drop the hips down. And as you press down to the forward foot, start to lift the body up, coming into your Crescent Pose, second side. Lift the arms up to the sky, drop the shoulders, forward thighs trying to be parallel to the ground as you reach energy out through that back heel. Chest is nice and broad. And then bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to twist toward the bent knee. So bring the elbow onto the thigh, palms are parallel to the ground, elbows are stacked. You're trying to bring the lower ribs closer to the inner right thigh. And we're going to drop our chest down, and you're going to lift it up. And you're going to drop it down, and lift it up, and drop it down, and lift it up, and drop it, and lift it, and drop it, and lift it, and drop, and lift. One more time. And drop, and lift. You can stay here, or if you'd like to add some more expansive arms, full wingspan. Nice. Bring the hands to either side of the forward foot. We're going to come into a revolved half moon. So you're going to tiptoe forward. The right hand's going to stay down. Left hand's going to stay down. Revolving Dana, not regular. And energy through that left heel. Leg is parallel to the ground. Draw back on the bowstring. Nice. Bring that hand down. You're going to step back. Bring your feet parallel to each other into a wide-legged forward fold, which is your Pasarita Padottanasana. So make sure you have a nice long stance. The outer edge of the foot's parallel to the short side of your mat. Hands on the hips and just come up. All right? So we're going to be mindful of what's going on through the feet. You're going to root down through the moon of the big toe and the baby toe, inner heel and outer heel. Lift the inner arches. Draw the quads back. Sacrum forward. Good. Hands under your hips. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, elbows together, looking up. And as you exhale, bring your bodies forward, just halfway. The crown of the head is reaching toward me. Hugging the quads to the bone, lifting the inner arches of the feet. Back of the neck is long. Good. Bring your hands down. Fingertips in line with the toe tips, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, elbows reach straight back. Let the head hang. Lift the tail up to the ceiling. And then inhale, flat back. Exhale, top of the head toward the ground. Don't let it hit the ground. If it does, heel toe your feet in more so it doesn't come to the ground. Feel a stretch maybe through the hamstring as you got this internal rotation of the legs, reaching the tail up to the ceiling. Then inhale, flat back. As you exhale, walk your hands forward into a wide-legged downward facing dog. Push the hips back as far as you can. And then we're going to do 3 push-ups. So inhale forward into a wide-legged plank. Exhale, push up for 3. Inhale, push up for 2. Inhale, push up for 1. Inhale, take it all the way back. We're going to plant the the right hand underneath the face, draw back on the bowstring. Again, a wide-legged twist. Just breathe. Enjoy. Feel free to shift the hips or take the hips back, forward a little bit. Just get into a little bit more of something. Chest is nice and open, drawing the shoulder blades forward toward the heart so that you're opening the front chest even more. And then exhale, place the left hand down. Inhale, take the right up to the ceiling. Firm foundation, pressing through the feet, lifting the arches. Good, bring that hand down. We're going to do 1 breath per movement. Inhaling, arm up for 10. Inhaling, opposite arm up for 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Step it back to your downward facing dog. Inhale forward into your plank. You can knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. From your chaturanga, urdhva mukha. It's your upward facing dog. From your upward facing dog, roll over the toes to your downward facing dog. Pressing the hands down and forward, heels to the ground, tail to the sky. Lengthen the arm bones, stretch the armpit chest, and then bring the feet together. Inhale, take the left leg up, stack it, and as you exhale, bring it underneath the body to touch the right elbow. Inhale, take it up, stack it. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, take the leg up. As you exhale, bring it to that opposite elbow again. Inhale, take it up, stack it, bend the knee, point the toes. Inhale, take it up, whoops, my mantle's in the way, and then sweep it forward to the outside of that forward hand. Now from here, you might need to have your hands on blocks. We're in a wide-legged, pyramid. And we're also going to add a twist. So keeping the right hand down, I want you to draw back on the bowstring. And enjoy. Yes, this hand that's on the ground might be on a block to help you facilitate, the twist. It's a little hard for me to hang in space there. Not recommended. Lovely. Bring that hand down. And what we're going to do now is you're going to drop onto that right hip. So that right thigh is going to be parallel to the short side of your mat. And we're going to just stay here shortly because I want to just do some push-ups here. So push-ups can either be the hip on the ground, pushing up this way, or tuck the back toes under, hip up, and push up for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Walk yourselves back. Sweep that leg up to the sky. So regular vinyasa, low vinyasa, or 3-legged extended dog. Up to you. Back to your dog. Or child's pose. But breathe. Energy looping if you want. Pressing the hands down and forward, tail to the sky, heels to the ground. Find that middle, that delicious balance of effort and ease. Find joy here. Then if you're in your child's pose, come on up. We'll go back to the second side. So bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, take the opposite leg up. Stack it. Exhale, bend the knee, point the toes behind you. Inhale, take that leg up. As you exhale, bring it to the opposite elbow. Inhale, take that leg up. Stack it. Exhale, bend the knee, point the toes behind you. Inhale, take that leg up. Exhale to the opposite elbow. One more time. Inhale, take it up. Stack. Exhale, bend the knee, point the toes. Inhale, take it up. As you exhale, opposite knee, elbow. Inhale, take it up. Stack it. Exhale, bend the knee, point the toes. Inhale, take it up. We're going to sweep it now to the outside of that hand, opposite hand. So we're going to go back into our Revolve Pyramid. So this is the left hand, stays close to the foot. Draw back on the bowstring. Again, this hand might be on a block. I'll grab my block to demonstrate. And the block has 3 speeds. This is the lowest speed, medium speed, highest speed. Up to you what you need to be able to incorporate or to encourage the twist. And still maintain stability. Stacking shoulders, Reaching that hand up to the sky. Extending through the trunk. And then bring that hand down. We'll go into our revolved half moon. So the leg that's in the sky is parallel to the ground, energy through the heel. Open the chest up, draw back on the bowstring. And again, here, you might have a block underneath the hand so that you can, again, get more rotation through the chest. Then bring that hand down and bring the foot down. You're going to sweep that standing leg foot away, sitting down onto the hip, twisting the body forward, energy through the outer edge of the foot, coming onto the back toes so we can do our 3 push-ups here. So hands underneath the shoulders. Again, you can keep the hip down and do your push-ups this way to continue developing our chaturanga strength. Or fingers spread like starfish, toes are tucked under, and press it down for 3, and up, 2, and up, 1, and up. Sweep that leg up. Your choice of vinyasa, 3-legged, regular or low. Inhale forward, 3-legged plank, 3-legged chaturanga, urdhva mukha, adha mukha. Coming back into your dog. Take your feet as wide as your mat, and we're going to twist. So right hand's going to grab the left ankle, look underneath the armpit. And switching sides. Good, coming back through center. Let's go ahead and bring our knees to the ground. And exhale, curve and round, spine up to the sky. And inhale, belly drops. Head, tail, and shoulders come up. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder, right hip forward. Inhale through center. And as you exhale, looking over the opposite shoulder, hip forward. Inhale through center. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So you're going to sweep a knee forward, walk the opposite leg back. Hands underneath the shoulders so that you're taking the weight off the hands as much as you can so that you're engaging the legs. All right, and you're lifting up off the hip girdle. And what we're going to do is we're going to do pigeon rolls. So bring your hands back to the ground if they were already up with me. And a pigeon roll, move this block a little bit more. It's a beautiful organic movement. It's a beautiful marriage of breath and movement, I think, this particular asana. Again, before we move on though, if you find that your hip's way up in the sky, put a block underneath that glute, okay? So we want it to be on the ground. So here, I'll demonstrate first. You're going to look up, and as you exhale, reach the chest and chin forward like you're doing a chaturanga. Exhaling, 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 exhaling. Elbows are in and out the side body. Exhaling, exhaling. At the base of the exhale, tuck the chin and inhale, 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 inhale. Top of the inhalation, the chin is up, and then pull back on the hands. Exhaling, 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 exhaling. Exhale, the base of the exhalation, tuck the chin, push the hands forward, and inhale, 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 inhale. You get it, go on with your own breath. Next time you are down, stay down. Stack your arms. Maybe make fists with the hands. Maybe put your head on a block. Whatever you need to do to rest forward in your sleeping swan. Good, and place your hands underneath your shoulders. And you're going to bend the extended leg, and you're going to reach around with the opposite hand and grab for the foot, drawing the foot closer to the glute. Maybe you take both hands, bringing that foot closer to the glute. And maybe it's just one, whatever works for you. But if you're using the opposite hand, go ahead and turn toward the forward knee. Good, then release the foot. Tuck the back toes under. Step back to your dog and walk your dog. And you can come back onto your knees, or you can stay up. We're going to basically get the opposite knee to that wrist. So walk the leg back. So you're coming into your pigeon, second side. Again, adjust yourself in your full pigeon. The forward shin is parallel to the short side of your mat. This might be too much, so you want to bring the foot in. You don't want to make the knee have any type of discomfort whatsoever. All right? So wherever you are, and also again, remember, you might need to have something underneath the bent knee glute to keep your hips squared forward. Pigeon is not here. It's not an open hip position. The hips are squared to the front of your mat, like headlights. Okay? So hands underneath the shoulders, and go back and do those pigeon rolls again. This leg is extended, the inner groin's reaching up. You're reaching through the outer edge of the leg back. And as you exhale, exhaling, 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 inhaling, 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 inhaling. You get it, go for it. Next time you're down, stay down. Let yourself melt into the shape of you. Two more breaths here. And then inhale, coming up, You can bend the back knee, you can stay where you are, or bend the back knee, reaching for, whoops, pardon me, reaching for the foot with the opposite hand, bringing it closer to the glute. Maybe you reach with both hands, but if you keep it with the opposite hand, it allows us to have a little bit of a twist. So you're going to twist toward the forward bent knee. Good, and release that. You're going to swing that leg forward. We're going to come onto our backs. And we're going to come into our happy baby. So bring the knees into the chest. Reach for the outer edges of the feet. Push the feet up into the hands and draw those knees down. And maybe you rock side to side. Nice. And then bring the feet down, and you're going to drop this one knee over to the side. All right, so you've got one knee down. You're going to take the opposite leg and cross it over. And then just draw this top knee hip away. Maybe you reach that arm overhead. You can manually draw that hip away. Good, then interlace the fingers behind the occiput, tent those fingers up, and lift your shoulders and your head up off the ground. You're going to lift or reach those elbows back and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, reach the elbows back, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head and shoulders back. Unwind those knees. Stir the pot, 2 spoons. And then stir the pot in the other direction. We're going to go the second side. So, feet are parallel, knees are bent. Drop the opposite leg down and bring the other one over. All right? So it's like a fallen figure 4, you could say. And raise that top arm that corresponds to that top knee overhead, pulling the hip away from the ribs. And then interlace opposite finger on top, press those hands into the occiput, reach the elbows straight back. And then as you exhale, bring your bodies up. Elbows still reaching straight back, throat stays soft. And you're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, come up a little higher, 2, and 1. Good. Head and shoulders back, unwind those legs, soles of the feet together, arms overhead, walk, Supta Baddha Konasana, stretch. Good, then bring the hands to the outer thighs, bring those knees together, bring your knees into your chest. As you exhale, bring your head and shoulders up off the mat, pulling those knees towards you. Maybe lifting, rolling the sacrum off the ground. And then push the knees into the hand, bringing the sacrum down to the ground. And as you push the knees into the hands and pull the hands on the knees, lift the upper chest up even more, pressing that lower back into the mat. And pulling the belly button to the spine. And then roll yourselves back. Without using your hands, 2 spoons, stir the pot. And stir the pot in the other direction. It feels so good massaging the outer rim of the sacrum. And then extend one leg long, piercing the ground with the heel. Do the same with the opposite, very active legs here. Robot arms, lift the shoulder blades up, roll them under. Release the hands, palms face up. Relax the legs. Shavasana. I'll call you back. Relax the skin of the face. Come back to your regular breath. Relax the shoulders, the chest. Let the belly be soft. Relax the glutes and the hip flexors. Soften the quads. Relax the knees. Let the calves puddle on the mat as the feet roll outward.
Begin to bring your awareness deeper in the spaces of your bodies by deepening your breath, licking your lips and swallowing, and gently rock the head side to side. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes and reach the arms overhead, stretching long and tall from the tips of the fingers down to the bottoms of your toes. And then bring one knee into the chest, giving it a hug. Bring the other knee in, giving both knees a hug. Appreciating your bodies for the magnificent gifts that they are to you and that you are to each one of us. Then let go of your knees or roll to your side. And while you're there with your eyes closed, think of 3 things you're grateful for today. And then keeping the eyes shut, press yourself up to a comfortable dynamic seat. And bring your hands together at your heart center in Anjali Mudra. We'll share a breath together, so exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Bow your head, honoring yourself, your community, this tradition of yoga. Hands to the brow, signifying right thoughts. To the lips for right words. And to the heart for right actions. Namaste.